Hello everybody and welcome on my journey to watch 500 films in 1 year. The next 5 films I watched were all of the movies in the Phantasm franchise. Phantasm is about a teenage boy, Mike, his brother Jody, and his friend Reggie, who face off against a mysterious grave robber known only as the Tall Man, who attacks enemies with a lethal arsenal of terrible weapons. Phantasm 2 joins Mike, now released from a psychiatric hospital, as he continues his journey to stop the Tall Man from his grim work. Phantasm 3 Lord of the Dead follows Mike as he continues to hunt for the mysterious Tall Man. Phantasm 4 Oblivion sees Mike travel through time and dimensions to find the Tall Man's origins. Phantasm Ravager focuses on Reggie, and the fight with the Tall Man becomes a multi-dimensional battle across multiple timelines, alien planets and altered realities, where no less than the fate of the world is on the line. The Phantasm franchise is the brainchild of Don Coscarelli. He directed, wrote and produced most of the movies. But like a lot of horror series, comic books, a novel which is currently a collector's item, and merchandise were also made available. The original Phantasm was really unique when compared to the other horror movies being made in the late 70s, and relied on a creepy fortune teller and deranged dream sequences to unnerve viewers. The acting was so bad but so good, and the plot was bizarre and haunting. Phantasm 2 had good continuity, apart from the fact that Mike was played by a completely different actor, and the plot was far-fetched but not bad at all. I liked the themes of telepathy and the fact that the movie had a Nightmare on Elm Street feel about it, but it has to be said that it was nowhere near as good as its predecessor. Phantasm 3 Lord of the Dead pretty much threw out the story arc from Phantasm 2, and a supernatural dimension was added to the narrative. The story was a little ridiculous, but certain plot points were expanded on, so the movie has earned its place in the series. After some harsh criticism was received in relation to the third film in the franchise, Don Coscarelli decided that he had already gone too far in the action comedy direction, so decided to craft a low-budget sequel more focused on the horror and surrealist elements introduced in Phantasm. At the same time, a great deal of unused footage from the original film was located, after having been lost for years, so he wanted to ensure that that was used in Phantasm 4 Oblivion. I have to admit, I started to get a little disheartened. The Tall Man seemed impossible to kill, but there was a pretty good cliffhanger at the end of the movie. Phantasm Ravager is the final instalment in the series, and was the penultimate film that Angus Scrimm, who played the Tall Man, worked on before he sadly passed away. The grading of the movie was all wrong. The Phantasm series always had a dreamlike, blurry quality about it, but this movie was vibrant and bright. The dreams versus reality approach was interesting, but I wasn't a fan of the apocalyptic aspects of the movie, and the special effects used in this part of the film were frankly terrible. The Phantasm franchise is a series that I broadly like, but I think that's as a result of nostalgia. Even though I would say that the 1979 film stands head and shoulders above the rest, there are elements of all the movies that I like, and I commend Don Coscarelli for his originality. I therefore give Phantasm a thumbs up, and the rest of the movies a mini thumbs up, except Phantasm Ravager, which gets a mini thumbs down. Please join me for my next review, where I'll be talking about The Neighbour, co-written, produced and directed by Marcus Dunstan. Thanks for taking the time to listen, and I hope to hear from you soon.